Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you did do it, that was something you needed to bring to the front office.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
so maybe that's the mindset. But there are a few artists I would have loved to along the way if I
Did you
was
ever
ever.
feel like somebody was giving you the green light, the okay?
I feel like that about everybody. That
That confidence
Oh,
level.
gosh.
Wait, so Carson Daly and Tara Reid was
Right.
before
There was mad people.
That was
And
during that
Jennifer
time.
Love Hewitt.
but I worked for MTV
The
News,
news.
so
Oh, yeah, you
it
was
was
the
it's
serious
all it
side.
ain't all the same thing. It was all different. It was a whole totally different department,
And, like,
Right.
and they didn't want to
TRL.
compromise the integrity.
Are you allowed to date
of
other
sto-
news people?
It's different now, Angie. That was
Oh.
back
Sway
then.
and Kurt Loder.
Yeah, that was back then. Now,
Oh my gosh!
Sway
Young
Kurt
Kurt
sitting
getting
in the
it
tree.
in.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
no.
not
Well,
at all.
yeah, well, you know,
Sway don't
I'm
make good gay though, Angie. I keep telling him that.
He doesn't make good game.
No, man. He's too righteous.
I'm not going
for
to
that.
comment on that. That's not a bad thing. One of the things that Jay-Z said is about Angie is conversations with Angie are always straightforward and in the moment. She interviews how she lives her life openly and honestly. After everything she has experienced and everyone she has spoken with, this is just the first half of her story. It's the right time for her memoir. She is a pioneer.
Mm.
I always admire
Hope the God.
Hope the God, man. I always admired the way he respects you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Well, me too. That's why we have such a good relationship, by the way.
well, you know, I think he has, you know, he's a very intelligent and calculated individual at times.
But he also is somebody who, you know, we're similar in that way, in that we hold ourselves with a certain type of integrity, and we appreciate when we see that in other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think people like to say, "Oh, wow, you're cool with Jay. You've always been cool with Jay. That's amazing." But I've always been cool with a lot of people
Yeah.
who have similar characteristics. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
true.
I resonate towards people like that, and
Mhm.
especially in our business, it's like you appreciate when you could know somebody, and whether you see them and they're hot, or you see them and they're quiet, or you see them 5 years later, they always treat you the same way.
Yeah.
They always seem to be the same person, intact.
Mhm.
And you know, I appreciate that. I think Jay definitely is one of those people, man. He has never acted crazy with me.
Well, neither with me either.
Right.
You
You
know.
know what I'm saying? And he's always been very supportive of my career, which I very much appreciate.
and he's always thinking forward.
Mhm.
And in that comment, he said, "This is the first half. What do you have planned for the second half? What would you
World
like to-
domination.
World domination.
it.
Just like that.
Okay.
pretty much.
Okay. You already got the blueprint. You got the plan written out.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
This is the first time. It's the same thing though. When you look at the first half of my career, right?
Yeah.
This is the first half. The book is My Voice is the first half. It wasn't calculated.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I love hip hop. I love this. I show up. This opportunity. I try to show up, try to deliver, try to be like an open vessel to things that are happening. And I plan to do the same thing in the second part. I love what's happening with this book, not just because it's doing great and it's selling out and all of that. I do it. I love when I go to the in-stores and people are like, "Yo, could you sign page 73? Because what you said right here, man."
Yeah.
And then they have those like real moments. That's the greatest thing on the planet.
Hell yeah.
When people connect with your story, or you do something from your heart and somebody actually like it touches them or it resonates. So there's something in that about connecting with people and trying to inspire people and having like honest moments and conversations that I'm drawn to. So whatever I do in the next phase is going to be something within that space. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
And I also have enjoyed writing. So I think there'll be more writing, and you know, I don't know why. Maybe I'll write a movie or write a TV show or something.
Okay. Well,
I
you
don't
know, we
I
got.
don't know.
Okay.
know.
We got time, or what are you
Are
saying?
we out of time? Don't
2
you
minutes.
don't rush
Damn.
us.
All right, hold on. Let me get some callers real quick. All right, let's go to Ohio. We got Maya.
up,
Maya on the line from Ohio. What up, Maya?
What's
Hey,
poppin'?
What's up? Good
What's up?
morning. I'm so excited to have gotten through, but and of course gotten through to talk to the illustrious Angie Martinez. It's an
Oh,
honor,
my love.
truly.
Thank you so much.
And of course the Sway in the morning.
Oh,
crew.
them
Oh,
too.
yeah. We showed up.
Thanks.
So because this book honestly means so much to me, because that was during a time when I was like in my 18, 19 years old, and I swore I was going to end up being a hip hop junkie, some type of a girl group. That didn't happen. But I just remember that time, and I said, you know, I have the book on Kindle. I have not started to read it because I said, I'm probably going to read this at least 2 or 3 times because I really, every page, I just want to take myself back to that time.
Hopefully it will do that for you. Hopefully it will do that for you.
I feel like it has because I've heard you in a lot of the interviews that you've been doing for the book. And I'm just like, man, I'm just geeked that you did something like this for us who have missed the treasures of hip hop, that era. And I just want to say thank you. And I do have a quick question.
Okay, well, thank you
Oh,
too.
damn. Really?
Sway on you, Maya.
Hold on, take the 2
I know
minutes.
how Sway's morning crew
He'll
goes.
hang up on you,
Y'all
y'all.
play around. Come on, what you got to say?
Okay.
So my question is, my son is 19 now, and it's so crazy to see the artists that he gravitates to, and their movement now. Period. Kids of this time.
Hey, Maya, what's your question?
Hey, don't do that to me.
You know what's about to happen.
So my question is, what would you say? What would you say is what's the key thing for this generation to do so that they can have these things that we have from the 90s?
They're gonna have their own things. That's the thing. You can't live in the past, mama. You have to this culture, hip hop has always evolved. It is going to continue to evolve. We have moments that you might cherish because, I was in college at this time, or I was in high school at this time.
Yeah.
And so those will always hold sweet spots for you. But the truth is, there are plenty of amazing movements happening right now. There will be in 5 years. There will be in 10 years, God willing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always going to evolve. And his stories are going to be his stories. He's going to resonate. So he's going to remember the time, the Black Lives Matter movement happened and that Kendrick album, how that song, he's going to have those memories of coming up. And that's what you got to love about hip hop. It's like, it speaks to the culture at its best.
Yeah.
It speaks to what's happening in the culture at the moment with an honest voice. And as long as it keeps doing that, then the music will continuously evolve and everybody will have their own stories.
Okay, Maya?
Spoken.
That's great. Okay, and
Thank
get
you,
the book,
baby.
Maya. Okay. Hey, Angie, you got to come back. I keep inviting you back.